The first part of the narrative that's now going to change and possibly change the direction of the one-time royals Harry and Meghan. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Hope you're all keeping well. It's interesting, isn't it, when you look at certain stories and you kind of think, wow, really, what is the truth behind that? As we've seen over the years, the former Duke and Duchess of Windsor, the American and the British king at that time, their story unfolded for so many years. And truly, I'm not quite sure if everybody truly knows the truth. My perception of that is that really she seemingly didn't want the life that he was offering, but felt too tied in, couldn't escape. Now, a lot of people are saying that the former royal known as the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, could be looking at Wallis Simpson for inspiration, particularly as her husband, for now, her now husband, Prince Harry, set to release his book, Spare. Now, we've told you lots about this book, but it's interesting, isn't it? Because, we're getting his side of it, his perspective, allegedly. Of course, we'll know that this will all have been gone through with someone who was not there during that time and could easily shape the narrative, his wife, Meghan. And also, we've been told, or at least led to believe, that someone within the British monarchy, believedly, I think Beatrice, could have assisted with the book. We're not quite sure, but of course, jogging memories, that sort of stuff. I know it's a very tragic story, particularly for Prince Harry being simply 12 years old, but what truly could he remember other than good times? When you're 12, you don't really necessarily recall all the bad things. And isn't it strange that he didn't reach out to his brother and say, well, let's do this together, let's get your side, my side. You know what I mean? Perhaps that might have worked. But it's this new perspective that's coming forward now from the former royal known as the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, because according to a very good source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, Meghan apparently will be vindicated through this book. Oh yes, completely vindicated, because the narrative goes, according to her, that she swooped in, took Harry away and decided to give him a brand new life on the other side of the world. According to her, this was always his wish. And in this tomb that is set to be released within a matter of days, he will verify this. He will say, it was nothing to do with Meghan. It was always going to be my choice. Which is odd, isn't it, when you think about it, because his choice could have been changed with or without Miss Markle. There were conversations previously as to whether what he did, what did he want to do once he left the army, but seemingly, he wanted to get back into the fold as a full-time working royal. It was only seemingly again when Meghan came on the scene that he now decided that he wanted to quit the British monarchy full-time and start a new life of independence. Interesting here is it does change the whole direction of that particular narrative, because what it really means is that this particular story, the whole direction of this story, does not come from her. According to that source, Meghan apparently was more than happy to give it a go. It's very clever, you've got to admit it, whichever way you look at it. But the bottom line is it was Harry that was insistent they could start a brand new life on the other side of the world without the confines of the British monarchy. All the while, of course, expecting his father, Prince Charles, to fund it, and of course, eloping with those much-used titles. Either way, it's going to be, according to her, the full vindication of exactly what happened behind the scenes. So once again, it looks like Prince Harry's definitely dropped himself in it. Does he know it yet, though? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.